YouTube, what's good? It's your boy, Paulus Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. Hey, guess what? This your first time tuning in. Go ahead, hit doggone subscribe button, hit notification bell every time I post up new content. Well, people, the verdict is in, which I, I told y'all what the fuck was gonna happen, right? And for the most part, I truly honestly believe that most of America knew what the fuck was gonna happen too, right? But the only thing that actually really kind of pisses me off about this whole deal, right, is that for one, it's almost like, okay, well, they hurried up and got the verdict out the way, right? Because of what's gonna happen this Friday. So for the most part, right, so again, so this is what the fuck we do, right? If this ain't like the most ultimate Friday car ever, I don't know what the fuck is. Now, I already know what a lot of y'all finna say, right? Like, well, all right, they're crazy. What the fuck is a Friday car? Well, it's quite simple, people. You working at one of these factories, whether it's Ford, General Motors, um, Nissan, whoever the fuck they fall under, right? You go to your job Monday through Friday, whatever, right? And so let's just say, because I really don't know what type of bag that she was in for the whole weekend, right? So so when you come back on Monday, right? And again, depending on what type of motherfucking weekend you had, so when you come in on Monday, right, your head, you ain't gonna be quite there. So you might miss a boat here, motherfucking wire there and all that kind of stuff. But for the most part, it's really not gonna affect with the performance of the car. But when Friday comes around, again, right, depending on the type of individual that you already know, and especially if it's hot like this, so I already know what type of bag that your ass finna come out of. You finna get fucked up beyond belief. And when I say fucked up, that means either you finna be drinking one of these shits here, right? And yes, I know it's early, but ask me, do I give a fuck? So uh you either finna drink some shit like this, right? Or a little bit stronger. And then depending on whether they gonna piss you, whether they do piss tests or urinalysis, as what we folk in the United States Army used to call it, right? You pretty much good. So you just throw some shit together, right? And be like, okay, it's good. And then put like this, every car that you see on the side of the road, 9 times out of 10, it's a motherfucking Friday car because they was hurried to get rid of that shit. So I'm looking at the motherfucker P. Diddy tried the exact same way, right? We are, put like this, for the most part, you already knew this motherfucker was gonna walk. But it's just for the simple fact that they hurried up and did this shit. It's just like, okay. So again, I'm just like, okay, so this is what the fuck we do now. And then what's so bad about it, right? So I guess the main charge is like what they were really trying to get him on, right? Okay, they didn't find him guilty on that. But they found him guilty on like sex trafficking, pro, transportation, whatever the fuck that you actually really want to call it, right? So they got him on that. So here's the deal. Here's the question. The $64,000 question, right? Okay, so what's the difference between, say, you take a cab, put it like this, it's It's Friday night or it's Friday, early Friday, whatever the fuck time you get off work, right? So it's already in your motherfucking head. You already know what the fuck you finna do and why you finna do it. Because it's Friday. It's the weekend. It's what the fuck we do, right? So you go home, you get all prettied up, right? If you got the shave down there, that's what the fuck you gonna do, right? Make sure that the cooter or the kitty or wherever the fuck you actually really want to call it, right? You want to make sure that that motherfucker is nice and fresh and shaved and ain't here for her motherfucking monthly visit, right? So you do all that, right? Now, here's the deal. Say you take a cab or Uber to wherever the fuck. Put it like this: you take a cab or Uber wherever the dick is at or wherever the pussy is at. You smash, right? And then if it's good, you might want to come back for second, third, fourths, and fifths, right? And then you know what? I already know what a lot of y'all gonna say. Well, that's just them by themselves. Well, it still doesn't change the fact that this shit happened, that it went down that way. And it's just for the simple fact, but I told y'all this shit a couple months ago, right? If the dick is that damn good, 9 times out of 10, you ain't going no goddamn where, right? Yeah, it may hurt like, you fresh out the gate, right? And then, yeah, it might hurt for, I mean, depending on how big the motherfucker is, right? Then you might do one of them, but then, after a while, right? You get used to that shit. So for everybody that was sitting there like, oh, well, he did this, he did that, he did the other. Motherfucker, you stayed. You stayed. And for the most part, I already know that the jury, they don't even know who the fuck the crazy uncle is. Right? But it kind of makes me think that, okay, apparently they was listening to the crazy uncle. Or you just motherfucker going off of common sense. Right? And then when you start organizing shit, that just goes to tell me that you like getting ran up. You like to get run up in, right? And then for old boy, how the fuck you gonna marry that girl knowing damn well she'd have been ran through I don't know how many times. And then, I think I said this in that one show. I'm just like, how the fuck you gonna marry somebody and they'd have been ran through? Are you sure that's even your motherfucking baby? Or babies? I mean, let's be reasonable here. Let's be reasonable, right? But the thing about it though is this, because I look, I can't remember all of them right off. But for the most part, it looked like all of that shit was the same shit. They just worded it differently. And so for me, right, I'm just like, okay, well, damn. If you only got him 2 out of the 5, and just know that all 5 was pretty much the exact same shit, Why not just be? Why not just say not guilty on all of the shit, right? Because I mean, again, let's actually just stop and talk about this for a minute. If I fuck you, put like this. Put like this. All right, I got a couch right over there. I got a bed in the bedroom. Then I can either fuck you in the kitchen, where I'm at now, the bathroom, or either put like this. So here's the deal. If I put you on the couch and fuck you doggy style, then guess what? You've been fucked doggy style. Now, if I actually really say, okay, lay on your back, Put your legs on my motherfucking shoulders. And I fuck you that way. Guess what? You still got fucked. Same thing if it's in here in the kitchen. Right? If I bend your ass over the motherfucking sink and give you every motherfucking thing I got, guess what? It ain't no different from where I fucked you on the couch, in the bedroom, bathroom. It's you still get fucked. And so this motherfucker, so y'all want to send him to jail because of that. Because he paid somebody, hey, look, go fuck so and so. Right? Here's money for a cab, here's money for an Uber. So this is what the fuck we do now. Yeah, it happened, but you motherfuckers stayed. You stayed, and whoever else that was there. You motherfuckers stayed. They may be glad I went on the motherfucking jury because I'm not guilty, right? Because everything what Diddy has done as far as like the freak offs go. So let's just say, well, it's not at the highest level. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because if you actually really knew what the fuck went on at the Bohemian Grove, now that's top level shit right there. You probably can't get no higher than the Bohemian Grove. And for those y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Right? So let's go ahead. So you got the Bohemian Grove, then you got Diddy and the crew. And when I say crew, I'm talking about now. I'm not only talking about him. I'm talking about Jay-Z and all the rest of the motherfuckers. Right? Y'all right here. And probably some drug dealers and all that kind of shit. But just know that if it's happening up here at the highest level, and if you've been in the army long enough, what the fuck did they always say? Shit rolls down where? Downhill, people. So that just means that the lowest motherfucker, right? They doing the exact same shit that Diddy did, right? But guess what? Ain't nobody finna come to them. So why the fuck you gonna come at Diddy? Because he doing what they did. Now, just like I said, me personally, I could give three lovely shits and a good goddamn what Diddy has done. As long as you don't bring that shit over here to me. Because this ass, my ass, says exit only. So no, I'm not finna take it up the ass. You ain't finna put no dick in my mouth. You ain't finna do none of that shit to me. Right? So, so for the most part, this is all what the fuck this is. Right? You motherfuckers, y'all, because 9 times out of 10, now, they probably was mad because they didn't get invited. Oh, short dick motherfuckers, but but again, it's like, okay, why y'all fucking with this man? And just like what do I always tell y'all? What do I always tell y'all? I said, look, Diddy did something that he wasn't supposed to do, but he did it in a goddamn way. Or he didn't do what the fuck he was supposed to do. So yeah, they got him. Right? So that all of this shit that was going on. Okay, yeah, motherfucker, you passed go. You got your $200. But what the fuck happened once you passed go? You landed on that motherfucking income tax square. So yeah, you passed go, you got your 200, but then you gotta turn around and give it right back. Right? So again, I'm just doing a comparison here. Don't be that old ignorant ass motherfucker thinking, well, damn, did it only got $200? No, don't do that. I'm just telling you what the fuck is going on. And so, I mean, y'all put it like this. Go back and look at all of the charges that they was trying to get him on. All that, you pretty much saying the exact same shit. Which again, like I said, the shit don't make sense. Okay, so you got him on 2 out of the 5. Now I could play the motherfucking numbers game with y'all, but I'm not gonna do that neither. Right? But then if you ask me to stop and think about it for a minute, okay, P. Diddy, he's 55 years old. And they was trying to get him on 5 accounts. So that's triple five, right? 555. How tall is the motherfucking Washington Monument? Don't worry, I'll wait. And y'all really think something happened to this motherfucker? Get out of here. Get out of here with that damn nonsense. Right? And because and then what's so bad about it, they had this motherfucker, he had time to prepare, right? Because he probably saw what the fuck happened to old boy, old Epstein or how the fuck you want to say his name, right? Same shit happened to him. And I'm pretty sure that Diddy was on that motherfucking list. Because we all know who else was on that goddamn list. Our former president, if not all of them, that are actually like really, that are still living and feel like that they can work the dick real good. Just know that, hey, guess what? This is what the fuck happens at the goddamn parties. Old ass men getting young pussy. Young pussy, damn. Young pussy with the little controller booty. And get the cheat code ready. Triangle, triangle, XX, square, square, left, right, left, right. Boom. She done nutted all over your dick. Okay? So, again, so you finna send a motherfucker to jail for that. Now, if they underage, then yeah, go ahead and strangle your motherfucking ass up. But the thing about it though is this, right? Because Epstein, he got caught. And then he killed himself. So, I'm just like this. Hey, dog, look. Be careful what you do. They're going to come after you. Right? And it's all about how you word shit. These motherfuckers, they don't know how to word shit. Because here's the deal. The whole time they were talking about, okay, we going to get him on sex trafficking. But the little while that I was watching it, they not one time they didn't say nothing about no motherfucking sex trafficking. All what the fuck we saw, this motherfucker running around in a goddamn towel around his waist, whooping up on motherfuckers. Right? But then again, just because of just because what the fuck you see on camera don't necessarily mean that that's what the fuck is going on right now. What's going on at that particular moment. Hell, let's go back, motherfuckers, some 34 years ago to the Rodney King beatings. Yeah, you saw the police whooping his ass, but did anything connect? Did the fist connect? Did the Billy Club connect? 9 times out of 10 it didn't, because the first time somebody hit your motherfucking ass, you gon' flinch, you gonna drop, you gonna do something. Rodney King didn't none of that. So take that and then go look at what the fuck he did in the goddamn in the hallway of the motherfucking motel. Now, the thing about though is this: if they was gonna get Diddy, they should have got it for bribery or attempted bribery. Now, if that's what they got him on, then okay. But that other shit, y'all saying the same shit over and over and over, right? Because the thing about it though is this. And so again, this is why I say this shit don't make sense. Look at this. Whatever that first charge was, the jury said hell no. But you gonna say, they said, what was it? You gonna say hell no to 3 charges, but you gonna get him on 2. So I'm just like, again, and I hate to sound like old broke ass record, but my whole deal is, look, you stayed. You stayed, Cassie. And who in the fuck is Jane? Right? Who in the fuck is Jane, people? Did she play on Tarzan? Was she swinging from vine to vine? Or in this case, swinging from dick to dick, just like Cassie was, right? Make this shit make sense, people. Just like I said, I fuck you over there, it's the fuck. If I fuck you right here, it's the fuck. Whether I came to get you, or whether you take a Uber or a taxi cab over here, right? Apparently, it was something about me that you motherfucking enjoyed, right? That's why your ass kept coming back. And in this case, it ain't about second, third, fourth, and fifth, right? The body count is through the motherfucking roof for Cassie and whoever the fuck Jane is, swinging from dick to dick, or pussy to pussy, or a combination of both. You get butt fucked while you eat another motherfucking female's ass out or a pussy. But let these motherfuckers tell it, oh, because you took a cab or Uber or somebody give you money to go to such and such address and not knowing, I mean, yeah, they knew what the fuck was going on, right? But the thing about it though is this. Say I give you $20, $30. Hey, catch a cab, go such, you're like, hey, look, I gotta go handle something right fast. I need some money. I give you some money, you call the cab, you call the Uber, you get your back blown, right? You get your back blown, right? And then you come back. That's if you even come back. But we already know that they did, right? And then you say, hey, mission accomplished. That motherfucker in the bed now, steady shaking. Cause I put it on him that damn good. But I'm just like, so again, this is what the fuck we do, right? This is, but this wasn't nothing more than a motherfucking distraction, right? So, look, people, I can't sit up here and tell you how many times that I've been like, okay, okay. So, in our case, people, that's my spiel on that. You know, I wish motherfuckers would leave me alone. So in our case, people, watch this motherfucker call back. But so in other case, let me get off of there, y'all. But in other case, right? Tell your mama, tell your daddy, tell your dad, tell your birthday, your uncle, your auntie, your grandma, your papa, motherfucker next door across the street around the corner, Paul's Harris, aka Crazy Uncle. I told y'all that shit was gonna happen. Y'all ain't want to motherfucking believe nobody. Till next time.